Algorithms shape our online experiences, often without our awareness. A recent study found that nearly 60% of users trust the information they see on social media. But what if that trust is misplaced? Misinformation spreads 6 times faster than verified content on these platforms, highlighting a concerning truth about digital influence. Every post, tweet, and video is guided by complex algorithms aimed at maximizing engagement. These algorithms analyze our interactions, creating profiles that dictate what we view. The more we engage with specific topics, the more similar content we receive, leading to a feedback loop that can distort our perception of reality. This matters because algorithms often favor sensationalism over accuracy, pushing misleading information to the forefront of our feeds. Repeated exposure to the same narratives can lead to a skewed understanding of the world. The platforms prioritize engagement metrics over the authenticity of content, fostering an environment where misinformation thrives. The consequences are real. Viral misinformation has influenced key political events globally, from false health advice during pandemics to misleading election narratives. Social media has become a battleground for information, with algorithms amplifying division rather than unity. Users are often caught in a cycle, consuming content without understanding the influence of algorithms. While personalized content may seem convenient, it often narrows our worldview. We must confront the reality that our interactions contribute to a machine thriving on polarization. Awareness is essential for change. We must demand transparency from social media companies. Holding them accountable for the content they promote could lead to better regulation and user education, fostering critical thinking skills for navigating the digital landscape effectively. The future of social media is precarious, balancing the potential for connection with manipulation. Will we allow algorithms to control our perceptions, or will we reclaim our agency? The next 5 years will be crucial in defining how we engage with information online. Algorithms are designed to maximize engagement, often prioritizing sensational content that generates emotional reactions. A study from MIT revealed that false news stories spread 6 times faster than true stories. This trend raises questions about the society we foster when sensationalism becomes the norm. The implications ripple through everyday life, as misinformation has the power to disrupt social cohesion, public health initiatives, and even democratic processes. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok employ similar strategies, analyzing user interactions to create feedback loops that can lead to extreme content. For instance, a user initially watching cooking tutorials may find themselves served conspiracy theories after only a few clicks. This pattern illustrates the speed at which algorithms can shift perspectives, often without the user's conscious awareness. A user reflecting on this might think, "How did I end up here? Just a week ago, I was interested in recipes." This phenomenon dates back to the early days of social media. In 2010, Facebook began employing algorithms to gauge user engagement, determining what content was displayed based on likes and shares. As users became accustomed to this tailored experience, the platform's algorithms evolved, becoming increasingly sophisticated. In 2016, the algorithms played a crucial role in shaping the narratives around the U.S. presidential election. The content users saw was tailored to drive engagement rather than truth, leading to widespread misinformation that influenced public opinion significantly. The consequences of these algorithms extend beyond individual users. They create a landscape where sensationalistic headlines dominate news feeds, pushing aside nuanced discussions. A 2021 study highlighted how stories that elicited strong emotional responses were shared far more frequently than factual reporting. Imagine scrolling through a feed filled with outrage-driven posts. The excitement generated by the latest conspiracy theory pulls users deeper into a rabbit hole, their internal thoughts echoing, "This must be true, so many others believe it." As companies compete, the sophistication of algorithms increases. TikTok's machine learning continuously adjusts user content in real time, creating an experience that feels almost personalized to the moment. Users spend an average of 52 minutes a day on TikTok, which underscores how effective these algorithms are at maintaining engagement. Yet, this success comes with a caveat. Users may become increasingly reliant on these platforms for information, inadvertently sacrificing a breadth of understanding for a narrow, algorithmically defined worldview. The implications for democracy and public discourse are significant. Algorithms that prioritize engagement can create echo chambers, where users are repeatedly exposed to similar viewpoints, limiting their exposure to diverse opinions. Research shows that many Americans believe social media has a negative impact on society, reflecting a growing awareness of algorithmic biases. Conversations that could foster understanding often devolve into divisions, where the loudest voices drown out reasoned debate. This landscape is far from neutral. Algorithms amplify content that resonates with users' beliefs, but they do not encourage critical analysis of those beliefs. For example, after years of social media use, a user might realize that their news feed is filled only with opinions that reinforce their pre-existing notions. They might reflect, "I never see the other side anymore," a realization that highlights the isolation fostered by algorithmic design. Competition among platforms intensifies harmful outcomes as they prioritize sensational content to capture attention. As social media becomes a primary source of information for many, the line between fact and fiction blurs, leaving users to struggle with discerning credible information. The cycle feeds on itself, where the more content is consumed, the more extreme it becomes. Regulatory changes are critical but challenging. The European Union's Digital Services Act, enacted in 2020, aims to enhance transparency in algorithmic operations, yet implementation remains complex. As policymakers grapple with the intricacies of regulating algorithmic behavior, users must also develop critical thinking skills through digital literacy education, fostering informed engagement with content. Imagine a future where digital literacy is as fundamental as traditional literacy, empowering users to navigate the digital landscape with confidence. User education alone isn't enough. Social media companies need to invest in initiatives to combat misinformation. Facebook's fact-checking partnerships have reportedly reduced false information by 80%, yet the sheer volume of content poses ongoing challenges. Can algorithms effectively distinguish credible content at scale? This question lingers, as the pressure mounts on these platforms to ensure that the information circulating is reliable. Ethical AI frameworks can guide algorithm design. Transparency about training data and algorithm processes can alleviate concerns about bias. Google emphasizes avoiding unfair bias within its search results, though implementation varies across teams, leading to confusion among users about the reliability of the information presented. A standardized approach prioritizing ethics and algorithm design could mitigate adverse effects and restore some level of trust among users. The future of social media will likely involve regulatory frameworks, enhanced user education, and ethical practices. As algorithms evolve, so must our understanding of their impact. The next 5 years are crucial in shaping the digital landscape as society grapples with the consequences of algorithm-driven consumption. We must consider where responsibility lies and how to navigate the evolving technological landscape. Responsibility lies with both companies and users. We must demand transparency, hold firms accountable, and actively engage in our digital spaces. Our choices today will define our interactions with technology and its interactions with us. We stand at a crossroads, where connection potential exists alongside the risks of manipulation. The path we choose will empower us or entrap us in misinformation. Social media algorithms profoundly impact various industries, from marketing to journalism. Companies leverage these algorithms for precision targeting, reshaping consumer behavior through data-driven insights. For instance, advertisers can now tailor their messages to specific demographics, utilizing algorithms to optimize their reach and engagement. Meanwhile, in journalism, algorithms prioritize sensational content, often blurring the line between accuracy and engagement in a saturated market. News organizations find themselves competing not just with each other, but with a flood of user-generated content, making it difficult to maintain journalistic integrity. The job market also shifts as social media roles evolve. New fields like data ethics emerge, reflecting the need for professionals who understand the complex interplay between technology and society. Educational institutions must prepare future generations for a world where algorithms shape market trends and cultural narratives. Students must be equipped with skills that prioritize ethical considerations, ensuring they are not just consumers of technology, but also informed creators and critics. Ethical concerns cannot be overstated. Algorithmic decision-making raises questions about bias, as historical data often reflects societal disparities, perpetuating inequalities. When algorithms are trained on biased data, they can inadvertently uphold and amplify